Hello everyone. So, if you are following my differential equation series, we have calculated the derivatives of polynomial functions, exponential functions, and the logarithmic functions, and etc. And we have also discussed what does the integral mean and what does the derivative mean. And we have also calculated the derivative of logarithmic functions and the exponential functions, etc. So today's topic is the derivative of the trigonometric functions. There are six trigonometric functions from which the first is the sine of x. So we have to calculate the derivative of the sine of x. So from the first principles, you probably know that we can calculate the derivative of every function from this formula. This is known as the limit definition of the derivative. Let's put it aside. So our function is simply sine of x, and the small increment in x will yield a small increment in the function also. So f of x plus delta x is equals to sine of x plus delta x. Let's put it above. And as we know that from the trigonometry, the sine of a plus b is equals to sine of a cos b plus cos of a sine of b. And here simply a is equals to x and b is equals to delta x. So if we substitute these values of a and b in above formula, we will get this expression. So let's put it above and keep everything aside. So from the first principle, our f of x plus delta x is simply sine of x plus delta x, and f of x is sine of x. So we substitute the values of sine of x plus delta x, and we can put the delta x term below every term separately. And if I rearrange this in this way, here from the first two terms, sine of x is common. In the parentheses, it will be remained cos of delta x minus mu 1. And the limit is a linear operator, so we can apply the limit to every term separately. And the limit is only on the delta x, not on the x coordinate. Okay, so we can put out the terms of x out of the limit. So from the fundamental limits, we know that the limit x tends to 0, cos of delta x minus mu 1 whole over delta x is equals to 0. And the limit delta x tends to 0, sine of delta x over delta x is equals to 1. So if we substitute these values in the expression, we get this. So the first term will vanish because it is multiplied by the 0, and the final expression we are left with the dy by dx is equals to cos of x. This is the derivative of the sine of x. Here are the six trigonometric functions you can calculate by yourself that the derivatives of these trigonometric functions are these. So if you want to calculate, you can do it yourself. If you want me to find the derivative of all of the trigonometric functions and I make a video on that, tell me in the comments. I will make a video on this also. So let's now visualize the derivative of the sine of x. If we have the function y is equals to sine of x, and we just found that its derivative is cos of x. Let's calculate the derivative at x is equals to 0 degrees. The derivative of sine at x is equals to 0 is equals to 1. And the derivative of sine of x at 90 degrees is equal to 0. So this is basically the graph of sine of x. So if we calculate the derivative at x is equals to 0, you can see that the line is steeper and the slope here is 1. So as the x increases, as it approaches 90 degrees, so the slope is 0, which matches our the calculations of the derivative at 90 degrees. So as we increase the x further, it will go to the negative, and the derivative of sine of x at x is equals to 180 degrees is the negative one, and the derivative of the sine of x at 270 degrees is again 0, and it again goes to 1 at 360 degrees.